Hey there, Zesty Boys, and welcome back to the Zesty Podcast. My name, of course, is Tony Shire.
And I'm Joey Becknell.
And we got a spicy little episode for you cooking up in the ZestyBoyz kitchen today.
Oh, yeah, the pot is full.
The
the
pot's
stew's
full.
boiling,
Got-
baby. Here it
got
is.
some bouillon, toss that in the pot.
A little bit of jambalaya.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Man, we're getting Louisiana
Already.
Cajun real quick.
It happens every time,
It
man. I
does,
don't know
yeah.
why.
It's just that energy we get together. It's kind of like
Oh, yeah.
we're each a different half of a Cajun boy, and when we get together, we form.
Yeah, I'm the blood half, but doesn't really act on it. But you're acting on it.
Yeah, I'm the wild card.
You're the wild, the one.
You're all the ingredients, and I'm the catalyst.
Exactly. I think if we had a mascot for the show, it would be a gator.
Just a gator, yeah. I mean, that's like on the title of the podcast. We have two little gators going around.
Yeah,
my Tony's
exactly.
Cool Videos logo.
And then on our Instagram page, the little bullet point is the alligator.
Is it? I kind of forgot about it. Is it?
You've got an
Yeah.
alligator emoji.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me check.
You kind of use it as you would a bullet point.
Do I?
Yeah.
Here, stall, I gotta see.
Okay, stall. Got it. So
We're stalling
alligators.
real early today.
Alligators are the most perfect animal there ever was. They have adapted for years and years. Well, actually, they haven't adapted because they were already perfect when they were
Beer or alligator emoji weekly beer reviews.
bingo.
Right, there we go.
But as I was saying, they haven't adapted for years and years.
Because they don't need to.
They don't need to. They're that good. They just sit on the bottom of, rivers and lakes and stuff, and they just yank you down, dude. Their stomachs have so much freaking acid in it that they can literally digest bone.
Gators are by far my favorite animals.
Yeah, dude. They're like immune to diseases too.
Cuban crocodiles are pretty cool too, but
What brand is that?
that's Cuban.
What do they look like? Is there some distinctive feature?
They're kind of like a mix between saltwater crocodiles and regular crocodiles.
Yeah, they're
Like,
just cool.
they're just cool. Saltwater crocodiles are kind of terrifying if you think about it. Like
Oh yeah.
you never like most people when they're in the ocean, their fear is out like sharks and stuff. But
Yeah, not a
no,
crocodile.
it's a saltwater crocodile like that. And like I would much rather get bit by a shark than a crocodile.
Yeah,
'Cause if you get
dude.
bit by a shark, it's probably just a taste bite. If you get bit by a saltwater crocodile, that's
it wants you dead.
That's the last thing that's happening in your life.
Well, yeah, it's biting, locking, and pulling down.
Just death roll.
Oh boy.
Danger, danger, danger.
I like those little guys in the Amazon too, the caimans.
The caimans, yeah, and
They're
they live
so
in little
cool.
creeks, just kind of
Yeah.
like hanging up there, like the little small guys.
Yeah.
Baby caimans are real adorable.
I think we could have one.
Let's.
Oh, we don't have snake plant.
Oh yeah, we forgot the snake plants. We're sorry we failed.
Dang
with
it.
our one promise of the podcast.
Next week for sure.
Next week for
Next
sure.
week for sure.
Let's just get a little caiman pond right here.
Oh, that would be so nice. What if this like table we like lowered the camera so that you could see our feet, but the underside of the table was a fish tank,
Just a full fish tank, and we never addressed it.
and we had a little caiman in it that hung out.
Man, that'd be nice. How big do caimans get? Like a few feet?
Yeah,
I don't think it'd be smart to keep one as a pet. Probably.
I think it would be very illegal.
Yeah. Is it illegal or just?
I'm sure it would
I mean,
be
you can
illegal.
get exotic pet licenses and stuff.
Yeah.
There is a cool like program that you can have baby alligators like in a fish tank, and like there's just a company that comes like once a month and takes your baby alligators and replaces new baby alligators because yours get too big, and they take them to like a regular gator like sanctuary.
That's so cool.
And that way you just kind of have a baby alligator tank, and then you can like feed them and stuff, and then when they get too big, a company replaces them. It's super expensive. I saw it I saw it on that Tanked show where it's like rich people paying these super scripted, basically Impractical Jokers guys
Yeah.
to build fish tanks for them. It's a really cool show, but like I would much prefer to watch it without the dialogue, just because it's like just so horribly scripted and just bad.
Yeah, I would like bullet points at the beginning that tells me what they're going to do, and then I'd like to see the final product.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing else.
Oh man, old man just fucking knocked over the tank, and we got to build it again. And then
Yeah.
that like choo music plays, or it's like, oh god.
And then they, if I remember correctly, they're always like playing pranks on each other too.
They're
But it's
pranksters.
shit like, wow, we put a space fan in Ronnie's office, but we filled it with flour. So he's gonna turn it on.
Ronnie's
Flour's
allergic to
gonna
flour.
go all over his office. It's gonna be fucking great.
I fucked Gerald's wife, and we're gonna tell him.
I took a video and I set it as his screensaver.
And we're gonna see what happens to him. And the two Jersey boys I think they're out of Vegas, but I'm pretty sure they are like Jersey, New York guys. Like, hey,
Yeah.
Big Tony, come make the fish tank.
yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure there's a cowboy character, like the guy who actually does all like the building has a cowboy hat.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if that's just a fever dream that I had about a cowboy building fish tanks for me, but
Well,
if not, we should corner that market.
that's showbiz, baby. You gotta have the New York accent side, and then you've got this like weird cowboy dude that comes in and he does all the man work.
Exactly.
Let's call in Jebediah to fix up this
When
tank.
I build 300,000 gallon fish tanks, I only smoke Marlboro Reds.
That's right. And
And When the Levee Breaks by Led Zeppelin plays while he drives a truck.
and I only smoke American spirits because I care a lot for the fish that I'm building these tanks for, and I want to save the environment.
What
you
if it was
see.
like a very like liberal cowboy? He's like, I only smoke American spirits to support the Native Americans because they were here first. And
They
we're
were.
on their land. Like, what are your values?
I feel like I've met folks like that, like especially up at college, that are like, I don't know, I hate to be stereotypical, that you would peg them and be like, oh God, this guy's such a conservative.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, man, if only Barack was back.
I thought you were going more with the cigarette route versus the conservative liberal route. Yeah, I know a lot of people who actually do smoke American spirits because they think it does something for like the Native Americans and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't associate those people anymore. They were kind of from my freshman year. I don't know how true that is. I just know that apparently, like, people say that American spirits are also cleaner because they don't like it's just tobacco.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
That's what my cousin smokes.
Uh,
American spirits.
I also think, it's probably cleaner because it's just tobacco, but also they're saving a lot of money not having to put filters and all that crap in it.
If I smoked cigarettes, it'd be Camel Turkish Royals.
Oh,
those are the cool hip guy cigarettes.
really? Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the cigarette scene.
I've smoked 2 cigarettes and I've never inhaled. It was always just like puffing it like a cigar, just because like I just bought I think I've probably told this story, but like I just don't I didn't want to inhale and it tastes horrible.
Yeah.
If I wish I did. Cigarettes look badass.
Sure do.
If you're at a bar, it's like, oh, it's too loud in here. Want to go smoke a cig? It's like, fuck yeah, I want to go smoke a cig. But no, I just have to stand out there. Like, I don't smoke.
Well, even more of a power move, bring a pipe to a bar.
Yeah.
Go out there, they're all unpacking their cigarettes, and
be tamping a
yeah,
a
you're
pipe.
tamping down a
Go
pipe.
to the first burn, then tamp it down, then add more.
Watch, just do it quietly.
Mhm.
They'll start looking at you. They'll just be like, this guy's got a pipe.
Like a
What the
fucking
fuck?
douche.
Yeah. I remember, dude, one time I went on a trip, a little hike
Mhm.
for one of my classes,
Oh, yeah.
and I brought my pipe. It was my freshman year of college, and there were like some seniors on the trip, and I start like tamping it, and I'm like, oh dude, all these seniors, they're gonna be
You're like Strider from Lord of the Rings, just in the background.
I really did think that though, and one of the seniors like looked at me and then looked at another senior and was like, hey, get a load of this guy. That's like the most freshman thing I've ever seen. I don't think I picked up my pipe again until I was a senior.
That's the most freshman thing I've ever seen.
I was just like,
Man.
I was devastated. I was like packing it. I was just like, dumped it out.
Good joke, right, guys?
Yeah.
I remember senior year of high school, me, Zach, we shouted out Zach before, Sam and Nick. We all went to J.R. Kreider's and bought pipes, and like
Nice.
it actually had a pretty good tobacco and pipe section for some reason. Like it was actually like it wasn't just like corncob pipes. Like they had like nice expensive ones, and the lady who was like working there had no idea about the pipes, and so she gave us like $80 pipes for like $10, and so it was nice. So I have like a pretty nice pipe, but like we were seniors in high school. We were all 18, and like we went to Nick's house one night, and we were all just like, "Oh, we can't smoke. Nick's mom's gonna be pissed." So we walked down to like he like had like a dock in his neighborhood for like residents to park their boats at and stuff.
Yeah.
And we were just on the dock like smoking our pipes, and we're like, "Oh, hell yeah,
Man, you're
getting sweet Nick buzzes."
you're like Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin.
Exactly.
Just hanging off the dock.
No, I don't mind smoking pipes. Like a nice pipe tobacco actually tastes pretty
Oh,
good.
yeah,
like,
dude.
You don't inhale. It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going. Wait, no, I've completely lost what I was gonna say. But every time I go to the smoke shop, that's like an actual cigar shop, and every time, meaning both times, like these guys just treat me like I don't know shit. Like,
Oh,
when I
yeah,
walk
dude.
in. And I don't know shit, but still.
I on a similar vein, a similar note, I went into like a beard care store like last year at some point. I got treated like that. Like I had this scraggly old beard and the guy was like, "Oh, hi."
Hey, guy.
And he was like he was very effeminate and he was like, "Hey, can I help you?" And I was just like, yes.
Yes, please.
And I can't remember even why I was in there. I think I was just in there because I was like, oh, I have a beard. I should check this out.
Yeah, it's a rite of passage.
Yeah, and but he sniffed me out right from the get-go. He was just like, all right, this kid's in here to not spend money. He's here to just look at like what a cool razor would look like.
Yeah, I really want a straight razor.
Dude.
I want to learn how to use one.
Yeah.
Takes 100 shaves to become proficient with a straight razor is what they say.
Yikes, man. I'm not.
But you're like, yeah. But
I
you
don't
get such
think
a
I'd
smooth
invest.
shave. I feel like I would just feel like, even when I use my like safety razor, like the double edge one, like, I do like use a brush and put the like shave soap and stuff on. I just feel like, I feel so manly doing this, even though I'm shaving off like 3 ounces, like 3 hairs off my face. Speaking of shaving, are you doing no shave November? Or are you doing? I assume you're doing no shave November.
I am doing no shave November.
I'm doing Movember to raise awareness for
I see
prostate
it.
cancer.
I see the
my
little
Michael Cera mustache.
It's looking good.
Oh, thank
it's
you.
Looking really good.
Thank you. We'll do a crash zoom in.
We can probably zoom in.
It's looking horrible, Joey, and you know it.
No, it's not.
It's okay. I like it. I'm gonna keep it going.
Yeah.
I feel real awkward when people like. Normally, like when I'm like at like just stores or like a mall or something like that, if I'm just walking, like people do like the like, you know, people like glance up at you and you glance up at people and stuff like that. Just like, all right, whatever. Like I don't really care what people think. But when I have this, I'm like, oh man, they hate me. They hate me.
Well, there's this like, I don't know. There's this look that's kind of poking its way into pop culture where like guys are starting to grow like weird little mustaches. I feel like it's a move now.
Yeah.
It's a power move.
See, my thing is, I remember when I was a 7th grader, I was friends with this 9th grader who my mom like just drove like to and from school, and so we like talked and we'd hang out occasionally.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Dude, it's awesome when you start getting facial hair. Like you can like just be creative with it, and like sometimes I'll do like a little like tiny beard, and like sometimes I'll do a mustache. I'm like, man, it's going to be awesome freshman year of high school when I can do that." And here we are. And I still can't do it.
Did the guy even have facial hair?
He had, I mean,
cool.
he had like by senior year, he had like solid facial hair. But like freshman year, he was like kind of like more than I have now, but like enough to like maybe you senior year, like enough to where you can kind of like dick around with it a little bit.
Yeah.
It didn't really look good, but you could do it.
Yeah. I feel like that's like a very freshman-y thing to say. Like, oh, dude, finally got some facial hair. Gonna put some sweet curls in my mustache now.
Yeah. Like, it's probably good that, like, the universe has cursed me without being able to grow facial hair, because if I could, I'd have such dumb facial hair all the time.
Dude, some of those, like, old president portraits, they've got some
Oh, yeah.
gnarly,
I'd get
chops
the
and
Rutherford B. Hayes where
Oh,
you just,
yeah.
like, yeah, it's a good thing that I can't, like, for my own sake.
I would do that in a heartbeat.
You should. You can. No, you could do, if you shaved everything except like your goatee is like so full right now. You could do like the mustache goatee combo and just keep that, and that's a full look right there. A look and a half, Joey.
Stay tuned for next episode. Maybe I'll do the goatee. We'll see. I've done it before.
You can switch from no shave November to Movember.
To Govember.
Govember. No, I like Movember because it like helps raise awareness for prostate cancer.
I bet every time you're walking through the mall and you're getting
It's
those glances,
raising
people are
awareness.
like, "Oh, dude, he's fighting for prostate cancer. That's really cool."
No, it's more like when my girlfriend's like, "Hey, that's gross." I'm like, I'm raising awareness for prostate cancer. You can't.
Oh, I'm sorry, Maggie. Didn't know that you hated people with prostate cancer.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why. Oh, I remembered what I wanted to say about going into the smoke shop. When I went in, like, one of the first times, like, I was like, I need some pipe tobacco. And he's like, what kind do you want? I'm like, I don't really know.
Cool.
What do you have? And he's like, well, I got some that'll knock you on your skinny little ass. I'm like, well, not that, please. It was called, like, Viking Warlord.
Oh, whatever, dude. If he had told me that he was going to knock me on my skinny little ass, I would have said, I'll take 10.
Knock you on your skinny little ass, boy.
Golly, man.
God, I hate going into that pipe shop, or that, I guess it's definitely a cigar shop where they have pipes and stuff.
I feel like they have their regulars that like come in and they're like friends with, and then like when folks like you and I go in, they're just like, oh,
why don't you turn it around there, buddy?
Yeah.
No, but the last time I went, my friends wanted to smoke cigars, which I have smoked 2 cigars, and this one, like, I got the shortest, smallest one I could. I smoked like a quarter of it and then gave it to them because I didn't want it because it's just gross. And we were in this smoke shop, and there were like so many, probably 40 to 70-year-old guys who you could tell were just hiding from their wives in this smoke shop.
Oh,
and it's just, there's like a lounge half where it's just like all those old, like, really, like, you know, that kind of like bubbly leather chair look that are in like fancy offices and stuff. Kind of like, lots of those. The games were on. There was pool, darts, lots of like no women signs and like man cave signs. That little bar and stuff. But like, we were in there for like 3 hours, and like by the end, I was like, "Can we leave? Like, I can hardly keep my eyes open.
Yeah.
My eyes hurt so bad."
Probably had a gnarly headache.
Oh, I
too.
had the worst headache because I was like, I drank a beer which I didn't like, and it was like, I don't know why I did that. It was just to get the taste of smoke out of my mouth, and it didn't work.
Yeah,
and like we were just sitting there, and they're like, "Oh, yep, this is good." I'm like, "It's not good. This is horrible."
Your friends were like, "Oh, this is great."
Yeah, they were loving it, but both of them were like avid tobacco users at the time too, and I think they probably still are. But I don't know. It was awful. And like my clothes and my hamper smelled like just heavy cigar for so long. And these, like, the old guys in there were just railing these giant cigars, and they'd do like 2 or 3 of them, and they're like $20 cigars. Like, this, I don't know. That's not an area that I would ever want to be like a thing I look forward to, going to the cigar shop.
No, no. I probably smoke a cigar once every few months.
Mm-hmm.
And almost never is it like, I don't know, like planned.
Yeah. My roommates, my sophomore year of college, they used to, like, every night that they would, I mean, some weeknights, but every night they would drink, like, after because we'd have parties at our house, like, most weekends.
Yeah.
And, like, after the party, they all had, like, Black and Milds. They'd always smoke Black and Milds after the party. It's like, Jesus, you guys just look poor.
Yeah.
Just smoking Black and Milds on, like, the back porch. And then one of them, like, his brother got married, and in like the groomsman box, he got like a cigar splitter and like a few cigars, or a cigar cutter, and he became a cigar guy, and the other 2 were smoking Black and Milds. But it's like I rode to the gas station with them a few times, and they were just like, "You want a Black and Mild?" I'm like, "No."
Shut up.
Why would I want a Black and Mild?
Go in there and get me a 30 rack of Milwaukee's Best Light beer.
Exactly. I'm a classy man. No, they don't have Milwaukee's in Statesboro for some reason.
What?
That's why I started drinking Keystone.
Man, I would crush Milwaukee's up at Young Harris.
Did you? I love Milwaukee's. It's like not for the flavor as much as the fact you can get 30 for $9 from Walmart.
Exactly.
It's the most flavorful of light beers. It's
Yeah.
the best light beer they have in Milwaukee.
Milwaukee's got some nice beers.
Oh yeah, they got Miller, I think, is centered up there. Like, because Milwaukee's best is just shitty Miller. Like, it's the same company, which I guess technically is Miller Coors is all one company now.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Keystone is shitty Coors because you can see a little C on the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind Keystone. Milwaukee's is like a surprisingly flavorful beer for how cheap it is. I don't know if you would agree, but like just on like the scale of Bud Light, Coors Light, Keystone, Milwaukee's, PBR is not a light beer, but PBR is probably the most flavorful cheap beer because it's like a regular beer.
I love PBR.
Yeah, but I don't love it because it has so much flavor. I like watery beers that don't taste. Like Keystone Light.
You like Festive Ale.
I still haven't tried that other festive ale since I haven't used mouthwash, so I'm like skeptical that I'm not gonna like it this next time, which I hope I do like it because I mean I can go get it. I can go get it.
Go get it.
Can you stall for 1 minute?
I can stall for 1 minute
go.
easily. All right. Well, we were talking about beer before. Well, Tony's jacket got caught on a chair, and I thought he was gonna fall. But my favorite beer, I don't know. Lately, I've been drinking a lot of darker beers, stouts and porters. My favorite is probably Sweetwater Exodus. I've mentioned this before, but we're in Georgia over here, and Sweetwater Exodus is this nice coffee porter that Sweetwater puts out. And I don't know, I think it's seasonal. I had one like a month ago, but it is absolutely delicious. If you're ever coming through Georgia, I would highly recommend it. Today, are you back?
I am back.
Oh, hey.
I'm really out of breath. I sprinted up and down the stairs.
I told Mitchell how much I hate him.
All right. Well, I'm glad that we had this conversation. I'm sure it was only good things.
You need a bottle opener?
I do need a bottle opener.
Oh, I can oblige.
I am really out of breath.
Yeah, dude, that was fast. I'm very impressed.
I almost went into 4-wheel drive up the stairs and used my hands to
Oh,
get
man,
up.
that's how you know.
Right.
That is how you know.
Don't like it as much.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's not horrible. Yeah, I think when I did that mouthwash, it knocked out the taste buds right in the middle of my tongue because now I'm getting like bitter taste on the middle of my tongue.
Yeah, the spice.
I don't know. This one's still I think it like knocked out the spice when I used mouthwash.
Because, I mean, it's got a lot of like nutmeg and stuff like that in it.
I think it's more just the beer taste. I mean, it's like by far the best beer I've ever had, but like
ever.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
that's huge.
Don't like it near like because I remember when I tasted it, it was just the fact that it tasted like nothing and kind of had like I could taste the notes and shit that you talk about, like the spices and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I could only taste that, but not get like that beer taste. And I was like, this is weird. Like I'm not tasting beer, and I was like, this is good, but like still very flavorful and stuff, and like it's a fine beer, but I don't know. It's just that like I could definitely tell that the mouthwash knocked a little bit of my receptors out, but I'm not cringing. And if I do order a beer, it will be this one.
Nice.
Would you like some?
Sure thing. Are you gonna finish it? Or
I'll drink half if you want to drink half. I'm not trying to get too drunk before we do another beer review. This is 8.3% or some shit like that. What is it?
8.1.
8.1.
There she blows.
There she blows. Having a little beer on the podcast.
Beer on the pod.
Tune into the Zesty beer reviews, Zesty Brews with the Zesty Crews on the Zesty_podcast Instagram page every Wednesday/Thursday. Usually Thursday at this point.
Yeah, it's Thursday.
it's about Thursdays. It was supposed to be Wednesdays. Hey, cheers, man.
To the boys.
We don't have to pound it. But yeah, it's definitely... Like, I can taste, like, all the stuff that I tasted last time, but it's just the fact that I can actually taste the beer now, too, that kind of makes it not as good. But still, like, if I'm going to drink a casual beer, it will be this one.
Nice. Well, that's progress is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to like the beer that I brought today at all.
For those of you who don't understand what's going on, I really don't like beer, and I never have. I don't like any kind of alcohol, and it's kind of, like, frustrating because, like, it's just getting drunk is like I can't casually drink. It's like when I drink, it's specifically to get drunk and I just pound things. Like if there's a keg, I'll fill my cup up with beer and then just carry it around until someone like wants to like cheers or like make me or like chug with me, and then I'll drink the whole thing, then go like just chug the whole thing, then I'll go fill it up again and just repeat. And like I can't sip a beer because it's just like I forget to, so it doesn't taste good. So I just carry it around until someone either puts like the keg cap in my cup. I'm like, oh no, I have to chug. You ever play that game?
No.
Really?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's a game that I thought was just common knowledge, but I guess it's just kind of like not even a Statesboro thing, just like my circle of friends kind of thing. I guess like swim club people did it. And I kind of got it started at our fraternity. just because I did it and people were confused and I told them the rules. But basically, if there's a keg, whoever like takes the cap off the keg, like a little plastic cap, you can carry it around, and then when you drop it in someone's drink, they have to finish their drink, and then they can drop it in someone's drink.
Oh,
and it's
that's kind of fun.
Like I'm pretty sure that's like a known game in different places.
Yeah.
Over the like around the world and country and stuff, but like for some reason, like most people I talk to don't know about it. But after I explain it, like we usually end up playing it because it's a fun game.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy that game, and because it just involves chugging, which is kind of my forte.
Yeah, it is. You're great at that.
What's your favorite drinking game?
My favorite drinking game? Oh my gosh. You're going to think I'm so vanilla, but just Pong, man.
Beer pong?
Oh, yeah.
Do you play with beer in the cups, or do you play water pong? With
water, because
Yeah,
I don't want to drink.
it gets too sticky, too. Like,
yeah, it gets sticky, and also, like, the ball's going all over the floor. You get, like, little hairs in your beer.
yeah.
Like,
I hate pong.
really?
I'm fairly good at it, and like
I'm pretty bad at it.
this is like gonna be like the douchiest thing ever, but like I don't like it because whenever I play, I always end up doing pretty well, and then I have to stay in the same place for too long. Like I have to play like 3 or 4. Yeah, exactly.
Tony,
I had to play like
you're so
three games of Pong, and it's like I don't want to be playing. I don't like standing in one place at a party because I want to like go talk to people and stuff. Like,
yeah.
Everyone's like, "You want downs?" I'm like, "No." I do not want to play Pong.
That's funny. I think when I'm at a party, I prefer to find like a corner place or like somewhere on the side, and I like to just chat with people the whole time. I'll like find 2 or 3 people that like maybe like I know, or 2 or 3 people that I haven't seen in a while, and then I'm just like focused on them the whole time. So I think I like Pong for that experience of just like.
See, if I'm at a party
there.
where I don't know most of the people, like I'll do that, like find a group and hang with them. But like when I go to like parties, like ones that I host and like invited most people, and there's some random people there and stuff.
Yeah.
Or like go to like a fraternity party where I know like at least a third of the people there. I just like bounce to like a bunch of different people.
For sure.
I don't know. I just like talking to everybody, seeing what's going on.
Yeah.
I like moving. Can't be held down.
I don't. Just a couple weeks ago, Abby is my girlfriend. Hey, Abby.
Shout out Abby.
Yeah, shout out Abby. We went to a wedding, and it was so funny. Our personalities are similar in some ways, but very different in others. And after dinner, I literally sat in the same place with my friend Leaf, who I hadn't seen in years, for 2 hours, and like. We were just sitting there laughing, like watching Abby. It was like 300 people. It was a pretty big wedding. Yeah. Just like buzzing around the wedding, like talking to everybody. And I don't know. That's just my thing. I just like to sit and chat.
Yeah. I was never that. Like I think if I like at bars and stuff, I like that where you just sit in a booth and like talk. Which I mean, I never have really done. My biggest regret in college is not realizing that that's another bar scene you can do. I just thought all bars were like the dancing, loud, annoying bars. But like, there's like one really good bar in Statesboro where you just sit in a booth and talk. I'm like, man, that would have been my shit. But there's still time. We'll find one.
Yeah, we're not too old yet.
You and I will go to Smith's Old Bar once we live in Atlanta.
What are you doing this weekend?
What am I doing? Oh, Margaret's coming into town, so I'll be hanging out with her.
Shit.
Margaret's my girlfriend. Shout out Margaret.
I was gonna say I'm kind of last minute going to Athens on Friday.
Oh, really?
To hang out with Mitchell and Gleb, and I was like, oh my god, why haven't we told you yet?
What are you doing? Anything in particular?
Well, that's what I asked about the whole weekend. We're going to go to Athens on Friday, but really the instigator of this whole thing is Grant over at Auburn invited us to come to Auburn, but he can't hang out
the
Friday.
game.
Yeah, he can't hang out Friday night, so we're going to just we're partying in Athens Friday. We're all going to carpool over to Auburn Saturday. We'll be back Sunday.
See, this would have worked out really good if, like, because Margaret was originally not coming, or I didn't know she was coming this weekend, so I was going to, like, surprise her in Auburn because she goes to Auburn, and so that would have worked out perfect.
What the heck?
And she used to go to UGA too, but she like doesn't give a shit about football, and nor do I. But this should be her big game where she's torn.
I know, yeah. Oh man,
there are a lot of Auburn fans in Georgia.
Oh,
and I think it's just because Auburn is so close. Like you just go over the border, go 30 minutes, and you're in Auburn. But it is a gorgeous campus and a great school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would attribute it. I think it's closer to Georgia. Georgia kind of gets those like more like higher achieving kids, and like I think Auburn's just a way more respectable university than the University of Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama. Hot take. Yeah, I feel like Auburn is like the smarter of the two.
Oh,
not
sure.
necessarily like all the kids are smarter, but like it's a more learned place.
A more generalized like.
Yeah. I don't know. UGA is definitely like all the smart kids in Georgia go there. because they're just kind of told to go there, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and then the real smart, the creme of the crop,
Georgia
the
Tech.
creme de la creme, Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech's a private school, isn't it?
don't know.
Someone told me that recently, and I don't believe it, but I think it
I wouldn't
could be
think
true.
so, but
And then old folk like me go to Georgia Southern.
yeah.
E-doggy.
Yep. And then Young Harris.
Yes, all 6 of you up there.
Yes, exactly. I should go back a moment and reiterate. I have friends that go to Alabama. I don't hate them that much.
Name them all. You don't have to.
Okay. I
No
guess
one
I don't
really
have
ca-
any friends that go to
yeah.
Alabama. Whatever. No, I do. I just can't think of them.
Well,
I definitely
which is it,
graduated
Joey?
with
You
people.
keep switching there and back.
I know Ben Cochran went to Alabama for like at least a semester.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think he.
Shout out Ben.
Yeah, shout out Ben. We don't know where you are, but if you're out there,
we love you. I saw you at REI once, and that was a great experience.
oh yeah.
Hope things are still going well. I know you don't listen to this podcast.
Yeah, this is dead air. Might as well be dead air.
Might as well be dead air.
But anyways, my opinion on Alabama, I hate your football team.
Hey, no sports.
You're right.
That's the rule. That should be our
Hate
thing.
your
When
football
someone
team.
tries to talk about sports, we just berate them
Yeah.
from now on.
Yeah.
Just something like too far.
Oh, Mitchell's gonna get fucking shit on.
Oh yeah, Mitchell acts like he knows about sports. He's just like
Yeah.
reads like r/football and then just regurgitates it to everybody else.
Yeah, he does.
If you look at all of his like old posts on Reddit, it's a lot of WWE stuff.
Hey,
I like the WWE.
I was gonna
Like-
say I like it too.
Like even though like I know most of it is fake, like even if you're faking slamming through a table, it still hurts to get slammed through a table. But like it's entertaining as shit.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about like the sport
Mhm.
side of it. I think it's very entertaining, and I think it's a well-crafted entertainment like
Oh, yeah.
brand.
Mhm.
It's really impressive.
And it's just so much theater to it too.
It really is.
like people get real into their people. Like,
Yeah, it's like I don't know.
I like Mankind.
Hot take, it's Shakespeare.
It is
It's modern day
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Yeah, like fuck all these Hollywood Oscar-nominated movies. I want to see.
Get 'em outta
I
here.
want to see the Oscars nominate WWE Raw.
I want to see John Cena win a Grammy.
A Grammy. That's the music one.
Well, I want to see that.
I do still want to see it. I guess does it. I would be surprised if John Cena doesn't have a song that he's sung in yet. Like,
Oh, he used to do freestyle rapping. That was
There
part
we
of his
go.
character.
was it really?
when we were in like probably elementary school, because Mitchell.
Man, he's been doing that for a long time.
Shit, yeah, he has. But Mitchell used to watch wrestling all the time. Like,
Mhm.
did not miss an episode. And Mitchell was like my only friend in elementary school, and I
Mhm.
think I might have been one of his only friends. And dude, we spent hours together just after school, and yeah, I had to watch wrestling.
You got to watch wrestling.
Emphasis on had. No, I enjoyed it. It was funny.
I had one friend. I had a few friends when I lived in Florida, but there was this one friend who lived close to me. His name was Richard, and he always wore like he was. Let me see if this like builds his character for you. I was in first grade. He was in second grade. He always wore gym shorts, a wife beater, and a gold chain.
Nice.
In second grade.
In
And-
second grade.
Yeah,
That's
and
pretty cool.
He always told me about how he
Sounds
would
like a GTA character.
how the school he went to, the bathrooms, like each class like had one bathroom that connected the classroom, so you'd go into the bathroom. Him and his girlfriend would meet up in there and make out. It taught me that all the time.
Hell yeah, Richard.
And anytime we played any kind of like game like Star Wars or Pokemon, and just like a game where we pretended, he always had to have a girlfriend in it, and would always
Nice.
make sure that he
Nice.
made out with her in the game. But that was one of my friends.
Kids are so funny.
I bought wife beaters 'cause I thought they were I thought he was the coolest cat in Chinatown.
They are cool. Have you ever met someone wearing a wife beater that wasn't cool?
I have not. No.
Exactly. Hot take.
Richard's the only one I have met. But yeah, we were the same age, but he was a grade above me, and he loved flaunting that too.
Mm-hmm.
But he was also big into wrestling,
Nice.
which is what made me think of old
I
Richard.
bet he'd just like randomly body slam you, especially if there was like a trampoline you were jumping on.
No, he never bodied me.
Bodied you.
That's the preferred nomenclature.
Yeah.
To be bodied.
Mitchell, I had a trampoline in my backyard, and Mitchell had a trampoline in his backyard too. But we
Okay,
jump
rich
on
kids.
it. We'd jump on it, and Mitchell would just like freaking beat the shit out of me. Well, I was
taking
like,
out some anger.
I was such like a pacifist, like, and I just enjoyed hanging out with Mitchell for like the video games and like that kind of
That's
stuff.
still why I hang out with him, just for video games.
Well, I mean, I hung out with him because he was a good friend, but I was more into video games. Mitchell liked to like choke slam people and stuff.
Mitchell's big now too. If he wanted to like start doing like MMA or something like that, I feel like he could be pretty successful in it.
Yeah,
Mitchell's
absolutely.
a big boy, especially
I mean,
like when he works out. That boy gets built.
He sure does. And that last podcast, he called me out and wanted to fight. And like my initial reaction while I was watching it, I was like, man, I would get my shit rocked. Like
I have a video on my phone of whenever Gleb gets drunk, he gets really aggressive. It's really funny. And not aggressive, but he always just wants to like fight and stuff. And him and Mitchell slap boxed. And Gleb slapped the shit out of his face. And Mitchell like almost broke his hand too. And immediately after, Mitchell's like, "Why the fuck did I do that? That was so dumb." And I was like, "It's okay." Shout out Mitchell.
Gleb and I, we used to
intimate story.
We used to work together catering, and we'd like get really bored, and we had a game where we'd go out back and we'd play a game where like the first person to get slapped on the ass loses. And so we would like be in front of each other like jumping and trying.
That's a great game.
It was so fun. It was so funny. I can't imagine. We weren't even drinking then. If we were drunk, that would be something to behold.
I think this was Gleb's birthday actually when the slap boxing was. But there was this game that Gleb like introduced me and a bunch of people to. You like draw a ring and you both hold like it's supposed to be a quarter staff, but they just had a stick. And like so if my hand's like on the far right, your hand would be like right next to my hand would be right next to your hand would be right next to my hand.
So we're like holding a stick.
Exactly like that. And then you're basically just trying to like throw the other person off the stick. And you're just kind of like pushing and stuff, trying to be the last one to be holding the stick. And it's a super aggressive game, and it was really cool to watch.
Yeah, I was going to say, this sounds like a game where I would really love to watch two people do it.
Yeah.
Really not like to do it
like
myself.
I did not join in, mostly because like there was no one in my weight class at that like bonfire. But yeah, after the girls left, no one was in old Tony's weight class of 135.
Buddy. Well, I'm a very soft 210, so
we'll get a little fight going. We'll be the new Logan Paul KSI boxing that will spam Snapchat all the time.
Oh man, I don't even know what that is. Like, what's going on?
I think it was I don't know. I remember a long time ago they boxed because like they got in beef on YouTube. Like they made videos about each other and then they boxed and KSI won, and now they had a rematch just because they realized they're both going to make millions of dollars by doing it. Logan Paul lost again. Yeah, that's all I know. I did not watch the fight. I did not click the Snap stories, but I saw something on Reddit today. It was post by it was a video called "Jake Paul cries after Logan Paul loses to KSI," and it was posted by Jake Paul, and then it was like one of those like Obama giving Obama a medal memes, and it was Jake Paul giving Jake Paul a medal. It's kind of funny.
It's I don't know anything about that culture, that like influencer YouTube culture.
I stay out of it. Like it frustrates me, and like it's one of those things where like in the past I've like watched it just to piss myself off. Like God, this is so stupid. But like now I just try to stay away from it altogether. Like I'm glad that I don't know what's happening with all these old Viners who are now YouTubers.
Yeah, I don't even know what are their fan bases. Are they like middle school girls? Like
it's like middle school to like high school to like some college girls and like and guys. Like there are tons of guys who are their fans too.
I was gonna say, like, do guys get in on
yeah, that's
it?
like David Dobrik and all those people. Like, I've never watched a David Dobrik video. I've seen some, like, posts on, like, Instagram when I was, like, scrolling through search, but, like, his following is just huge, and it is insane. But, like, I try to stay away from that just because it would upset me, because they're just, like, the kind of content they produce is, like, the exact thing that YouTube is just eating up right now, because it's just, like, 10-minute videos of just things they can post every single day. It's just, like, designed to work with YouTube's algorithm, and it's like really stupid. Like YouTube used to be like a cool place, but now it's just kind of cancerous. Yeah. Did you see the new or hear about the new YouTube update they're doing on December 10th?
I haven't heard about it.
I guess
Tell me about it.
Google updates. Like one of the new things is YouTube and Google can terminate any account for no reason that they feel isn't like ad like beneficial. Like so like basically if your account won't make YouTube money, they can just delete it.
That's heartbreaking.
Regardless of like, it can be like people who make like videos about YouTube and shit on them, but they haven't broken the YouTube community guidelines, and now they can just terminate that. If you like, I saw some people were saying like, yeah, it's like the rules are super vague. It's just like there's no specifics at all, and so like if you just don't use your YouTube channel for like 6 months, they can just delete it because you haven't made them any money. And if you use ad block, they can delete your channel because you're not making them money by watching ads.
Okay, I have a channel that I mean like I don't post anything on it, but I use it to just like gauge like watch my subscribe.
Yeah.
Like oh my god.
Watch your
things that I'm subscribed to.
Yeah. I mean like if YouTube and Google determines that your account isn't making them money, they can terminate your account. Like if you use ad block, that might be one of the things. Like since you're not watching ads,
I don't use ad block.
I always use ad block, but I'm about to stop because I don't want to lose my YouTube channel. And like the other thing is YouTube's owned by Google, so you could lose your Gmail too. Like if like your Gmail that you use for work is tied to your YouTube channel, like they can just terminate that, and then you're just kind of fucked.
I don't know. I bet they won't do that.
I don't think they will, but just like it's just the power that they're just giving themselves is like kind of scary. It's very dystopian.
I don't know. I feel like they've always had that power, though. They're probably putting it into writing now.
It used to be you got warnings and you got like all this stuff, but it's just the fact that like there's no more warning systems. You don't get 3 strikes, you're out. It's now just terminated without any warning. Your just account's gone. And like like the silver lining that like people were talking about is like there's a lot of like bot YouTube channels. Like there's one that just kind of takes the top posts from Ask Reddit and just a computer reads them and then just posts it to YouTube, and it's like no human at all and just making like thousands of dollars off this. And so now they can just delete these like bot accounts that just spam content, which would be a good thing, and they don't have to give them strikes and stuff like that. But like I don't know, like there's people and stuff like I've been learning a lot about like YouTubers who are like trying to. Are you familiar with like Filthy Frank and like those guys like Max Mofo, iDubbbz?
I'm not.
They were like a few years ago, like kind of like very like popular on YouTube. Filthy Frank is now Joji, who's like a hip hop lo-fi kind of rapper guy, and he's really successful. But they were just these like really like irreverent YouTube channels where they just did crazy stuff like finding rats and just like doing shit with dead rats and just kind of like, or like playing Twister where you light each other on like fire and like like step on mouse traps, just like really like
just really weird
like gross like non-advertiser friendly stuff. And like there are these accounts who are like trying to do similar stuff, and they would say offensive shit all the time, like just because they can, like it's freedom of speech and stuff like that, like stuff that is definitely was offensive and is offensive. But like other like channels have tried to do like that kind of stuff, and they just get like terminated immediately just because YouTube is no longer broadcast yourself. It's now just kind of the new TV, where if you're not gonna if you're not advertiser friendly, if you're not gonna make YouTube money, get out. Like this isn't a safe space for you to like produce the kind of content
which
you
is
want
what
to.
it used to be.
Yeah, like
I think about like back when like Charlie the Unicorn.
Oh yeah,
do you remember that
back in
kind of
2007 and stuff like that. Like I think YouTube started in 2007, I want to say.
Yeah.
But it might have been 2005. But yeah, Charlie the Unicorn, Smosh original. Like there was no advertisers, no one was making money off it, and you could just post whatever you wanted. But like now it's just like they push like Kitchen Nightmares, they push Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel's, SNL, like all these like huge corporate accounts are just like being like trending to the top because they're making YouTube so much money. And like I don't know.
So where does a creator go now?
That's the thing. There's nowhere. Like that's why people are leaving Twitch for a place called Mixer, which is like a new one.
Yeah, I saw like, Ninja like left it.
Yeah,
right?
And another big person just left there. Like everyone is just waiting for the new YouTube. Like a lot of people are saying Pornhub should make one because they have such a huge fan base right now, and like everyone always talks about how great their website is and how good they are with their community, and like when people like ask them to do stuff, they do it. Well, but I don't use Pornhub personally, but
I was gonna
hard
say
to believe.
If Pornhub started making normal videos, they would have to like rebrand their name
No,
and stuff.
like people. I saw one thing. It's like Pornhub make a new a website just called The Hub where people post safe for work videos. And
that'd be cool.
Like
I would do that
because like there's just nowhere else to go right now. You either have to play by YouTube's rules or just not play at all.
Yeah.
And like luckily for like us and me and stuff, like most of the content I make is like it's not offensive. It's not anything.
For sure.
But I don't know. Not that I have any desire to make Filthy Frank-esque videos or like videos like that, but it's just like kind of sad to see that people can't make those videos.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely the good times of YouTube are definitely like in the past, but people have said that about different periods of time, and new things rise from the ashes, much like the phoenix.
You're right. And I don't know. There's a lot of channels that I follow right now.
Yeah, I mean, like I only use YouTube like for anything. Like I just use YouTube all the time.
Yeah, I need to watch more Twitch.
Nah, yeah, I don't know. I was into Twitch a little bit for a while, but I just don't really play video games or watch video game players.
Yeah. I watched Overwatch League for a little bit when I was really into Overwatch. I'm a tank player if anyone needs one to round out their party. But
like Diva, is she a tank?
Yeah, she is a tank. I'm more Orisa and Reinhardt.
Okay.
I use their shield, but also I recently uninstalled it because I just wasn't really playing it. I'll probably install it again soon. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh, Twitch. Yeah. When Overwatch League came to Twitch, I watched it, but I haven't really watched it since.
Yeah.
I just like my layman's like understanding of Twitch from like a third party objective standpoint is like it's a bunch of like Fortnite streamers.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like
I'm probably wrong.
I used Twitch for a while, but like all the like super like interesting clips that I've seen from Twitch things it's kind of like when you go on Tumblr, which I never do, but like you see all these funny like screenshots of Tumblr. It's like, man, this place seems fun, but then it's just like that's like one out of every 12,000 posts that actually ends up being good. Like I've like sat through like and watched a bunch of streams and stuff, and it's like interesting. Like if it's like a smaller one, you can actually talk to the person.
Yeah, that's cool.
But like I don't know, I just get bored.
Yeah, I can't do a video that's like over like 40 minutes. You know.
No.
And that's what. Well,
we're at 46.
I watch the podcast, and I'll watch podcasts, but like video game videos, like if it breaks 20 minutes, you're pushing it.
I used to be really into Markiplier back when I was senior in high school.
Yeah.
That was back when I played a lot of video games like Dota, Garry's Mod, and Rust. Those were my three.
Gotcha.
I tried CSGO and was terrible at it.
I watched like a lot of Modern Warfare 2 videos when I was in like middle school.
Really? Did you ever watch the edits of the guys who like it's like a 1 minute video of like just like super heavily edited stuff of like guys doing like no scopes and
like
stuff like that? Yeah,
like weird like EDM music and like spinning like.
It like started out like that was the cool thing, and then like it became a meme like MLG culture. It was like all that like damn son, where'd you find this? Like I forgot that was like
and like Mountain Dew and stuff.
Yeah, that was like all like I think 2014, 2015. I forgot about like how long ago that was because like I was listening to an H3 podcast yesterday or the other day, and he was like, yeah, this guy named Snipers was like the first guy who kind of like noticed my channel and like helped me like get going. And like I remembered that name Snipers. I went back and watched videos. I'm like, oh shit, wow, H3 really didn't get like popular until we were like freshmen in like college, basically. Like late senior year was when he started like gaining traction. Like it just I don't know, like people like that who have like these huge like brand names to themselves now. It's just like it's hard to remember a time when they weren't like a big person on YouTube kind of thing.
I can also remember the like guys like Optic Predator. Remember that name?
I don't remember that name.
Oh my god! Like during Modern Warfare 2, when like everyone was like quick scoping and no scoping, Optic Predator was just this dude that was like a freaking wizard at it.
Really?
He was so good. I remember I watched so many of his videos. I played in a match with him one time.
Really?
Yeah, he kicked my ass. Like literally wiped the floor with me.
I never really played Call of Duty. Like I had it, but I've never gotten into first person shooters. Like I like survival games. and like,
Mhm.
but I got into a Dota a lot, but that wasn't a first-person shooter. That was a
Yeah.
MOBA. It's kind of like League of Legends.
Man, I'm wearing out the new Call of Duty right now.
Are you?
Modern Warfare.
Yeah, I was
It's
just
very
never
fun.
into it. Like, I don't know. I've never been like, especially in college. Like, there was a ton of people who were like, "Oh, we running like it was Fortnite for a while," but now it's like people like, "Oh, we're gonna run like a squad on Battlefield or Call of Duty." It's like,
Dude.
yeah, I was never a part of that culture.
Yeah, I'm so bad at Battlefield, dude. It's like it's comical when I
Right.
get in there. It's really bad. I cannot play that game.
Yeah, I mean,
for
I'm
the life
trash
of
at
me.
it, but I've played Battlefield maybe 3 times. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I keep scratching it, like kind of like doing this to
Oh,
my
yeah,
mustache, doing
kinda helping it grow a
little
little bit.
mustache rub, and it's like, cause it's like much longer, like right here on the edges than it is in the middle. Like I got about nothing in the middle, but on the edge it's like a little dark, and so I look like kind of like I don't even know, a man shoe.
You need to get like a boar bristle brush and
Oh
like
yes,
brush it out. I have one.
Do you?
Get some
I have a boar bristle brush for like boar bristle brush. That's a tongue twister.
boar bristle brush.
But I use that for like my shave soap and stuff. It's nice. I think it's synthetic actually. I want to get a silver tip badger hair
Holy smokes.
brush.
I don't even know what that is.
Ooh,
It sounds fancy.
it's like a massage for your face.
Lord alive,
Lord.
Tony. I'm proud of you for getting all into your facial hair and
Yes,
whatnot.
sir.
Looking so good, so fresh, so clean. Lordy.
Not really into my facial hair as much as just into shaving because I don't really have facial
Yeah.
hair that I can do.
Or-
I've been pretty into shaving like for like almost a year and a half now.
Yeah, you have
Like,
been. I've noticed.
I do quite like shaving.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It feels good to get a good shave in,
It
man.
does, especially like when you get no nicks. I had one little nick today, but that's normal. Like right on the
I
chin.
see it.
It wasn't like down here, like right. So if you like for people who are listening at home, if you touch your chin and then go down about 2 to 3 inches, this part of my neck is my least favorite part to shave. Like this is where all the nicks happen. This is where I get all the ingrown hairs. It's just this soft area, and like the hair kind of grows like in different directions and stuff. Like on the side of my neck, it's fine. Full face, it's fine. It's just this part. I hate shaving this part.
Yeah.
Adam's apple's fine. Like I just have to like move it around, but like this little flat part of skin is just awful.
Yeah. I don't really have much problem when I shave my neck.
Mhm.
Because I do. I shave a line like here to here.
Yeah, I can see.
But
Not too many problems.
no issues. And then I also shave like a line there and a line there.
My friend Carter, who was on the podcast, he can grow. He never does because he hates facial hair, but he's doing No Shave November, and damn, his facial hair is looking good, and like it is clean. Like I'm excited to see what it looks like at the end of November because he's never let it go out this long, and
Yeah.
like yeah, he can grow a good face of hair. Shout out Carter, he usually
Yeah.
listens.
You're so hot, Carter.
You are pretty hot. Well, I'll give it to you. You got huge biceps. All right. Well, I'd say that's a good place to end this episode of the Zesty Podcast. Now that we're a little horned up, my name, of course,
Horned up.
my name, of course, is Tony Shire. Make sure to smash that MF like button and subscribe.
Sorry.